Hey guys, it's SF, and today it's going to be a little bit of a different video. This time I'm going to try something new and start something like a new series. If it gets really popular, then I'll continue it, but it's called Monster of the Week. So basically this video is me talking about a brand new monster or monster that is relatively new or people that have requested. So if you want to ask for a specific monster to be featured and me talking about like the pros and cons about it, and then sometimes either evolve or ascend, then request it on the comments or any like on the forums or something like that as well. So this time it is Asha. She is the newest. She's the new impossible dungeon monster in NA. So let's look at the stats. About 20k HP, 40k attack, and then 200 around 210 speed. She is a power type. Minesweeper, no gravity barrier, strike shot is a what I call the bouncing AoE blast. So kind of like Harley X strike shot, the evolved form. If you guys don't know, the ascending form is the same thing as the ascending form, but the basically it's like an AoE blast, but every time you hit a monster, it will do that. It'll do the AoE blast. There is a cap, I think, especially for Asha. I'm not sure about the Hatcher monsters, but for Asha there is a cap. And then rebounds spread shot XL3. So it's basically a spread shot, but it rebounds once off a wall, and then it can rebound once off the wall, and if it doesn't hit anything, then it just disappears. If it hits something, then hooray, you get an extra spread shot off. And then she is a mech, but this is one of her greatest uses is the Nether Fire time trial. So of course the main pro is that she is power type with like 40k HP. Too bad she doesn't have a gauge shot, but even with some Hatcher gauge shot monsters, they will never go over 40k for sure. Some cons, especially on the stats, is the lower HP and the lower speed. Usually power type monsters have okay HP, but Ashura doesn't. And then of course the abilities Minesweeper and no gravity barrier are very niche and unique, but sadly a lot of those monsters, like for example Agnamut has relatively high HP, but Aurora Monster Striker, Tokugawa Ieyasu, or even like Flight no gravity barrier monsters in terms of the Hatchers like Mustang have really, and like Ancient Smiter have really low HP. So you probably want some high HP monsters to cover up all those low HP Minesweeper no gravity barrier monsters. So that's one thing that Asha has a little bit of a trouble on in terms of her stats. But in terms of Fireball, she is the only one with a no gravity barrier and Minesweeper all in one. There are some flight no gravity barrier monsters like Queen Butterfly or like Tengu, but having both Minesweeper and no gravity is very, very unique, as well as having Minesweepers. There's hardly any Minesweeper farmables in like anyway, so that's something really awesome. I think I should be able to survive this blast. Yep. A little bit close, but... And there is a heart. Well, I'm probably going to spend this time to just stall for strike shots, because I want to kind of show you like all the different aspects of, especially with all these monsters. But it's mainly Aurora and Ashura strike shot that I really want to talk about. Mainly because she has a base of a no gravity barrier, so she works well with command strike shots from Aurora Monster Striker, as well as Mustang, which is a flight no gravity barrier monster. And next one's gonna be Heart. The Heart's gonna turn gold. Okay. Okay, boss time 70 seconds. This is not really a dungeon video, like a dungeon guide, so I'm just gonna speed through. I don't really talk about the dungeon that much. But a good thing for Asha is the base of no grab, like she does have a gate shot, so like for time trials is really awesome. So some cons, let's talk about the bump combo a little bit. Bump combo, rebound, spread shot. So it rebounds, it's basically a normal spread shot, but it rebounds. But due to her power type, which lowers the power of the original spread shot, and that it's not that powerful in the beginning, it's really hard to deal damage even to closer enemies. Of course, it's hard to actually get some bounces off with her insane attack power as well. So monsters like in the middle of the map with like hardly any tight spots where you can bounce off to, it's a little bit hard for Ashura. Okay, next phase. I am just going to clear these guys off. I completely missed, but that's okay. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the strike shot when her time for that strike shot has come, because there's something really special about it in terms of my eyes, especially for this dungeon. Now, you want to compare Asha to like other impossible monsters. One, of course, comes to mind is Isanami because of the fire type and the no gravity barrier. I would say Isanami still reigns supreme, like still is a little bit better than Ashura, but they do have their different uses. Just because of their sub ability. Of course, Asha works better than Isanami in like, let's say like Gigamantis, as well as like of course mine dungeons, like even like first like time trial, like Asha is a lot better. But in general sense, I wouldn't bring Asha to like Kushinada, so that's where like Isanami really goes head, is really more valuable. Asha does work well in Akala, which is a future JP dungeon. I'm gonna use my just strike shot because I probably won't have any uses afterwards. I do have to clear Astor off relatively fast. Go this way. I don't really have to hit Asha. There we go. And Asha is a really good position for what I really want to talk about in the command strike shot and in the Asha strike shot. So why I think Asha is really good in this dungeon. So strike shot, she does have an attack down, but you can take a look at the damage towards Astaroth, about 790,000. So what that really means is that the attack down that has no effect on her AoE blast. And then she does have a cap, I think it's about 4 AoE blasts. And then what's really good about her Asha is the base no gravity barrier, so works really well with command strike shots. Almost there. So there is a cap, as I was saying before, there is a cap on the strike shot of Asha. I think it's about 4 bounces where it doesn't give out more AoE blasts. So if you get close to the weak spot, I think all 4 blasts will get around 1 million or even 1 million plus, and then the rest of the damage, like, it can go over that 1 million when you bounce with their normal attacks onto the weak spot. So the blast itself is about 1 million, and then like just add on the extra damage from your normal attacks from Asha with their 40k attack. But that's pretty much it. Let's look at the berries, I guess. But what I think Asha is really good is, of course, very few Minesweepers. Very few Minesweepers. Let's see which one. Let's go style. But very few Minesweeper farmables. Has okay HP, but she needs monsters with higher HP in terms of either no gravity barrier or no damage, and no gravity barrier and Minesweeper or flight. Her really big strength is the strike shot with the AoE blast, with the bouncing AoE blast, and of course her attack. Cons is her bump combo, HP, slow speed. But monsters that work really well is Mustang, Aura Monster Striker, just because Asha has a base of no gravity barrier, and that's pretty much it. But in terms of impossible, she's not that favorable. She's not like really top tier, just because Isanami does work well better throughout the dungeon, whereas Asha's only for that strike shot. Just because Asha's bump combo is really weak, whereas Isanami's really bump combo is really strong. Isanami is just really good in terms of throughout the whole dungeon, whereas where Isanami is like really good like in the middle, like average throughout the whole average or above average, whereas Asha does really well at the last spar with her strike shot. So I think that's some really cool differences. But in terms of Asha's dungeon, it's relatively hard. It's really hard for beginners for sure, and even for some veterans as well, because there's a lot of positioning involved, and if you mess up your positioning, that's basically a loss. There's not many good monsters that can save you from bad positioning. So if you don't play the dungeon well enough, then you might lose, and of course you might not get the job even if you beat it. So, but either way, future Asha will get some love because there's going to be more we'll get some love because there's going to be more dungeons with mines and no gravity barriers at the same time. And future impossible dungeon monster Akala, she'll be a top. Asha will be a top pick for it as well. So that's basically it for monster of the week. If you guys like it, then I might continue on, and I'll be sometimes focusing on some new NA content, but as well as some JP content. But I'll introduce one monster per week. If you have any feedback or any requests, do it on the comments section. And hopefully this will be an ongoing series, and I'll probably upload these near the end of the week, or when there's when that monster is really close to getting released or has just been released and people are wondering what you should do with them. But that's basically it. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.